Believe Nation, happy Thursday. What a day. What a day. It's been pretty bonkers for me. Anyway, we're doing one last live, kind of a last minute addition to the day. And hey Raven, I don't usually go live at this time, so this is a whole new potential group of people. Hey Nina, hey Kenny, Angela, Federico, Karima, Jonathan, the dating coach. I love it. Modern Life Dating. I've seen some of your stuff. Erasmo, Zirk in the house. Samuel, Ash, Arby, Dylan, the realtor. Dude, that's a great picture. Dylan, the realtor. I'm loving it, man. That's awesome. That's a smile. I'd hire Dylan, the realtor. Anyway, I'm gonna bring on a special guest. Let's see where she is. This is a last minute addition to the live schedule that I don't usually do, but there's a special announcement that she's got, so I wanted to bring her on and to talk about it. I'm waiting for her to join in here. It should be fun. Anyway, Benjamin, welcome aboard. Adri, Samuel, Karima, Ankita, Victoria. Maybe I'll do the occasional 5 o'clock live stream. Does this time work? Oh, it's 5:30. This actually does not usually work for me. Normally right now I'd be eating something because I have to go from this into my live stream, answering questions and doing League of Legends. That's going to take me from 6 to, I don't know, to 8 or so. So this is my break, but I wanted to bring Allison in. I don't see her though. I don't see her. Where is she? Let's just double check. We got the time right. Allison, where are you? Is Allison in the chat? Anyway, until Allison gets here, pop some questions down below. I'll do my best to answer them as we go. Rodrigo in the house. Welcome. 10:30 in London. Nina is hardcore. We love Nina. Nina is always participating, sharing love, bringing value. IG Live with Angela, another one, always bringing love. Angela, how many lives have you done now? What's the total at? I love being at that inception. I still think about when we were in Puerto Rico, or when I was in Puerto Rico and you joined in. That was super fun. My name's Samuel. All right, welcome. It says Samud, but I like it. Name one success from today so far. Man, all the interviews that I've done, all of the people that I've met has been bonkers. Like, it's literally no time. If I show you, I actually had one cancellation. Like, if I look, can you guys see my calendar? Where's today? This is today. Can you see this? So this is all. This is from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Except for this. Somebody couldn't make it for here, so that was some time I got to spend with Nina. Otherwise, it's all in. There's Allison. Hey, okay, let's bring her in. Hold on, where's Allison? Allison. Here she comes. Ho-ho!
Hey!
How you doing, Allison?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm great. Allison is the scaling expert, here to teach you how to get your ideas, scale up, and build a successful business. Happy Thursday. This kind of came together pretty quick.
I know, it did. And I was just so happy that we could make it happen. I love all the stuff that you're sharing, Evan. You're getting people to believe and get into action.
I love it. Yes, absolutely. And we gotta talk about getting you more on YouTube.
I know. Believe me.
Not here, but
yeah,
we gotta make that happen. Allison's got to do good. We need more women on YouTube. Where are the women on YouTube? It has to happen.
You know what? I have like a couple hundred videos on YouTube, Evan, okay. But you're the expert at it, and I'm sure we're doing it all wrong. So that's the deal.
We'll set another time to talk about it.
Okay.
Tell us. I know you got some events and something big coming up, but before that, talk to us about, you're the expert in scaling businesses. What are the things that people struggle with? They've got their idea, it's off the ground, but they can't scale it up. Like, what are the common things that you help your clients go through?
Well, there's a certain point in business, I'm sure you can relate to this, Evan. We've all been there, where you start really taking off in your business. And you're growing, you've got a good customer base, and you're the one that's delivering your product or service. And you cannot scale if your business fully depends on you. It's just absolutely impossible. And so the business needs to grow beyond you and to build a team managed company so that you could step away for a good period of time and your business continues to grow. So you basically, when businesses don't scale, the CEO or the founder is worn out, burned out, they don't get time with their family, they don't get to take the vacations. All the things that you got into business for, it's not happening. And your business is running you instead of you running it.
And is it a mindset shift? Is it just having more courage? Is it not knowing the plan? Is it being unwilling to let go of decision making? Like, what prevents people from doing it?
I think they just don't know what to do. It definitely is mindset, because there is the control thing. We like to micromanage because we're so afraid that things are going to fall apart. And it's also habit. This is how we've always done it. So to let go feels scary. But a lot of it is they just, I didn't know how to scale in my early business career. I've been in business for 35 years. And even though I had employees, I was working constantly. I was up till 2 and 3 in the morning and really ran myself into the ground. I just didn't know the steps. How do you put the systems in place? How do you actually delegate and know things are going to get done? How do you hire the right people that are passionate and motivated and that really get your values and your vision, and how do you take your revenue streams and replicate you and your offering, and so that it multiplies to, so many more people. That's strategy, that's imagination, that's creativity and implementation. So you really do need to know the steps on how to do it.
So what's a step that is essential in your mind, but people come in and say, that's a step?
Yeah, so you can scale, Evan, on the team side, and you can scale on the revenue side. So I'll just give you for instance. In my business, so the company that I run now is called Pinnacle Global Network, and we mentor business owners all over the world. When I started, I was doing the mentoring. I was working with clients, but I could only help so many because there's only so many hours in the day. So what I did was I really systemized my method, which I call the Scale It method. And now I have 12 CEOs that use my method, plus they have their own amazing experience being in business, being in the trenches. But now we know that all of our clients are having the same experience. So that is one way, is that let's say someone that is watching this now, you're an accountant, you're an attorney, you implement some type of service. And this also does work for products as well. But let's just say that's you. Well, you've got a method. You've got something that works. You've created success. Let's turn it into a system. Let's create a signature process. And then let's bring other people on board that now can extend your team, extend your reach. And so you are basically replacing yourself.
I love it. Now you've got something exciting coming up. Give us a skinny. Let us know.
Well, super excited. Next week, September 10th through the 12th, I am going to be leading our Scale Retreat virtually. And everything that I'm sharing with you, we're going to take you through my whole Scale It method, which is strategic vision, cash flow, alliance of the team, leadership, and execution. And you will leave the event with a roadmap, a step-by-step plan to take everything what we've been talking about so you can get out of your own way and multiply your growth in a fraction of the time and really learn that this is how you do it. It's not about working harder. So that's it's at thescaleevent.com.
I'm going to type it into the chat.
Thescaleevent.com.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
That's it. Super easy. Thescaleevent.com. And we've also got some great experts, of course, my whole team of CEOs. But we've got Kara Golden, who has scaled Hint. I don't know if I'm a big fan of Hint water. and she has scaled that up to about 200 million in revenue. We have Cameron Harold, who's a big scaling expert. We have Lisa Nichols. So it's going to be action-packed. But the main thing is it's very interactive, and it's about devising, building your customized strategic plan to scale.
Did I spell it right in the chat there? Thescaleevent.com? Okay, perfect.
Yep. Yeah.
Talk to me about taking this event virtual. I mean, coronavirus and everything happening right now. I know your stuff has been in person and all the benefits you get there.
Yeah.
What somebody's doing virtual, what's the experience going to be like? How are you planning for it?
Yeah, so, when this all went down in March, and of course, we've been leading events for the last 10 years, we all went, oh my God, what the heck are we going to do? How can we create this great experience? And so we have done a couple virtual events. This is our 5th year leading, so it's normally live. And what I found, Evan, is that people are loving these. Well, obviously it's easy. You don't have to get on a plane. You don't have to book a hotel. So it's a lot less expensive. But we have created a way to make it super interactive. And I'm going to be in a studio. Like right now I'm in my living room. So I won't be in my living room. We'll have a full stage. We have speakers actually flying into the studio. So it feels like you're there. Yeah. And we've built a dashboard so you can build your plan. So, I love live, I love in person, but I'm loving this because we're able to meet and support people that may not have heard of the event before, or can also, we've had people like, here we are the week before. Normally, we can't let anybody, like we're shut, there's no more seats. So this gives us an opportunity to open up the event to more people.
And how long is it?
It's 3 days. It's 3 full days. So Pacific time, it goes from about 8 a.m. to like 5. So that's 11 to 8 Eastern time. And for those of you that like to pull all-nighters like I do, if you're across the pond, you can join us too.
I love it. I'm so excited. It's rare to find, so a lot of the events that are catered towards entrepreneurs is all the beginner stuff, like super beginner and just motivation and not really deep tactics. And it sounds like you're really focused on, you're going to leave with practical tips on how to actually build and scale up your business.
Oh, so much strategy. And, there are a lot of people out there, like you said, Evan, that help support the startup. And there are a lot of people now that have lost their jobs and they want to start businesses. And I think that's great. There's a ton of support. But what happens is that once you get into that higher level of business, people look at them and say, oh, they've got it all together. No, they don't. They don't. They're like the forgotten entrepreneur, because you hit a wall and you just keep doing the same thing and you think, I'll just work harder. And it's not. It's a frustrating place to be. And so I've built 10 companies over the last 35 years. I've been there. I've done it. I know. I was a single mom for years. Like I did it, starting with nothing. And so now I'm so passionate about helping that established business owner scale, because I know when you can scale, you can help so many more people, and you're able to be that visionary and really get creative and build those powerful relationships. It's so incredibly rewarding. And so that's my specialty. That is what I've done. And so that's really our space. And of course, we're a woman-run company, and I'm kind of proud of that. Although we have a lot of great men that we work with, and that are attending the event as well.
Specifically to that, like, what do you think prevents women from scaling up?
Yeah, I think that you're seeing more and more women getting into the space. I think they just haven't had enough examples to say, yes, you can do it. I don't, they're fully capable, believe me. They're super strategic, super smart. And once they get the steps, our clients grow by millions and millions of dollars. It's just, they really haven't had, they're starting to now, like Kara, like, Kendra Scott, who has 50 stores across the country, or Allie Webb with the Dry Bar. I mean, there are many, many examples, and women just need more of those examples, because just like anything, once you see that someone has done it, you're like, oh, I can do that. I remember I was a gymnast growing up. I'm actually a trapeze artist now.
Okay, cool.
I have a flying trapeze in my backyard. But I was a gymnast growing up, and 10 was the perfect score, like to hit, and nobody had ever hit a 10. And I'm totally dating myself right now when I say these names, but like Olga Korbut, and then Nadia Comaneci came on, and she hit a perfect 10. It had never happened before. She was a Romanian gymnast. And you can look her up on YouTube. And when that happened, all of a sudden, all of these other gymnasts started hitting perfect 10. It had never happened in history, but it took one person, one woman, that did it, and it opened the door, and then they ended up having to change the entire scoring system because that kept happening. But I think people just need to lead by example. Everything you do, Evan, you show by example. This is what you're doing, and you open the door for so many people to see that's possible. And that's what I really love to do. I love to stretch people to say, okay, so you want a 6-figure business? Why not a 7-figure business? Why not? Like when I talked to Kara Golden, she said, Allison, she's the founder of Hint. She said, when I thought I started this company, she'd never had a business before. I thought I was building a $1 billion company, but now I see I'm building a $2 billion company. And she just said it as a matter of fact, like that. And you know what she's going to do? She's going to get 1 billion people more healthy because her drinks don't have the sugars and all the chemicals and things like that. She's driven by passion and mission. And I love that. So we just need more people out there like you, showing people the way, opening the door. And then all of you that are listening right now, you can step up as the leader that you are, and you can help others around you rise as well.
One of the biggest, not fights, but point of discussion I get into with my team is trying to profile more women on my channel. Mm-hmm. And we struggle because there's not enough. It's partly why, like, gotta get you on YouTube. There's not enough voices. And I think specifically with what you do, like if we made a video on billionaires, well, there aren't that many. I mean, who are making content, there's Oprah, there's Sarah Blakely, and then it's like, who else are we going to profile? So we always try to make in our content calendar every time we're making, it's like, okay, how can we profile a new woman or somebody who's done something, and we quickly run out. Like, Lisa's great.
Yeah.
Mel is
well,
great.
I'll help you on that, because I have 2 podcasts. One is the Scale or Fail Show. Okay. And that's based on my book. I don't know if you've seen my book before.
With the trapeze, I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
But I also, I'm a member of WeBank, which is the largest certifying body for women-owned businesses, Women Business Enterprise National Council. And I also host and produce their podcast. There are 15,000 certified women-owned businesses in the U.S. alone. Now, they are worldwide.
What does it take to be certified? What is it to be certified?
Well, you have to. It's quite a process. It takes about 6 months, and they really look into your business. It's based on what you're making. It's also based on, you have to prove that you are woman-owned, which is considered minority business, is women-owned. Now, there are many and it's crazy that we're considered minority, but in business we are. But there are, major corporations like UPS, like Apple, Starbucks, all these major corporations that put aside money to support minority-owned businesses, women-owned businesses. So it really does make sense for women to get certified. And anyway, I host this podcast. And it's all these incredible women women leaders. So, happy to share their names with you, because I would love these women to get out there more.
Always on the hunt. I'm always on the hunt. My mom is on the wall there behind me, and that's me when I'm 8 or 9, and my father. Anyway, she's the ambitious one in their relationship, and she's the one that kind of always pushed me that, you know, you have a responsibility to make an impact. If you can, then you must.
That's
Anyway,
beautiful.
love the time. Thank you for sharing, guys. The Scale event. We've linked it up down here in the pinned comments. I'm pumped for you. Super excited to see how the whole thing goes next week, and I bet
Thank you.
super excited to make it happen. And thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks, Evan. This was fun.
All right, much love, everybody. Go check it
Bye,
out.
everyone.